Back here at Highland High School for a little football scrimmage action. I'm Mike DeWan here at the Region Sports, and now working alongside me is Highland football head coach Ben Geffert. Coach, good to see you again. Good to be out here. Coach, doesn't get much better than this, right? It's sunny. Dude, it's football season.
It's a perfect day for
as a football guy yourself to be back in season. How's it feel?
Feels great. You know what I mean? You leave October for us, and you spend all off season in the weight room and doing little stuff. And you know, we did a little bit of spring ball this year, which was new for them. And then, you know, I mean, this is what we've just been waiting for. I told the kids before we came out, you know, we've had that bad taste in our mouth since October, and it's time to start spitting it out.
Yeah, and you mentioned the off season, which is new to you. You were hired kind of a little bit later than usual in your typical coaching cycle last year. So year one's never very easy, it seems like, for any coach.
Yeah,
so a lot of culture building, a lot of understanding your kids, what you're getting into and all that. Now, Coach, going into year two, to have a full off season under your belt with these guys, that's got to feel at least a little bit better for you as a coach, but also for the growth of these kids to be around them now for a full off season and getting ready for the fall.
Yeah, I mean, you feel more at home. You know, the kids know me a little bit more. I know them a little bit more. So we have that bond and, you know, building the trust throughout the off season and through practices. And, you know, like I said, you know, it feels like home at this point. I don't have to look for anything. You know, last year was all summer. I was trying to find things. But now, you know, this is where we're at. This is where we're home. And I enjoy it every day.
From a building culture standpoint, how does year two differ from year one? Obviously, maybe it sets in a little bit more, but the instillment on these kids, again, going into year two, how much have they bought in now from this time around?
The guys that we have bought in completely, you know, and I'm really excited about the way the youth has showed up. You know, we're primarily underclassmen, a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen, and a few numbers in our seniors and juniors class. But the guys that are here, they want to be here, and they want to work, and they want to be pushed. And one thing that these guys are is they're extremely coachable. You know, if they make a mistake, it's not immediately head down. They find their coach. Hey, what did I do wrong? How can I fix it? And, you know, and they work tenaciously to just get it better.
Coach, today, obviously a big day. One of you, I think, from what I heard, your first real scrimmage, I think, of the summer. Yeah. So what do you want to see coming out of today? And obviously gearing up for week one, you got a big test against Griffith.
Absolutely. Today I told them I want effort. Anything we find on film that's off as far as execution is, we have time to fix. What we can't fix right now is your effort. You know, go ahead and make a mistake, but let's learn from that mistake and fail forward rather than getting down on ourselves and in each other.
Coach, before I ask you about your lineman, you were a lineman yourself back in your heyday. Went two ways, offensive and defensive. Give me three things. What makes a good lineman on either side of the ball? Three traits, necessities.
Oh, feet, 100%.
Yeah.
I learned a ton about footwork in college from my offensive line coach. Harold Etheridge is at Illinois State right now. But, I mean, he was harping. You know, first step in hat placement wins you about 80% of those games. So feet, hands, violent hands. If I see a defensive lineman with violent hands, I mean, it just, you know, it puts a smile on my face. I absolutely love it. And then a drive. You know, you want a little bit of a nastiness. See them put someone on the ground, enjoy it, you know, roll off. And then that bond of an offensive line is something that, you know, it's hard to find again. You know, you got five guys. No one really knows who you are. No one really recognizes you unless something bad happens. You guys have each other, and it's just, I mean, it's a beautiful brotherhood to be a part of.
So those three traits are important. Maybe kind of rounding out with this about your team. Again, we talked about gearing up for week one, but those traits are important. How is those, as well as maybe some other big football traits, going to be instilled in this group and gearing up again for year two for you, Coach, in 2025?
If there's a place we're excited about, is our offensive line. You know, and we have a lot of youth right there, but that youth has put in a tremendous amount of work in the weight room. You know, we've seen guys that have, you know, 100+ pound increase on maxes. You see them building confidence where we didn't see last year, and their footwork and their bond together. It's just, you know, me being an offensive lineman, our offensive coordinator was an offensive lineman. You absolutely love to see it. And, you know, I'm excited to build out those guys over the next couple of years.
It's all one in the trenches, baby, for Coach Ben Geffert. That's all we have from Highland here today. We'll be back all summer with more football coverage on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.